Hello, beloved friends. We are in Thursday's lesson today. Come with me again into the Word of God. I hope that you know and you understand and you're ready to be blessed, because this week already is laying a foundation that will be extremely important as we go forward. It is a powerful story that is being birthed in the book of Exodus today. We studied yesterday about the birth of Moses. Well, today Moses has grown up. He has been educated in Egyptian philosophy, but Moses knows who he is. Yes, he's very much Egyptian, but he is Hebrew at heart. And in fact, Exodus chapter 2, verses 11 to 25 tells us that Moses comes upon one day, he goes among his people, the Hebrews. So he knows who he is, even though he's in a different place and his station in life is different. He still knows who he is. He goes among his people. He sees an Egyptian beating a Hebrew. I mean, really beating him really bad. And Moses decides, not today. He looks around. He didn't notice. He notices that nobody seemed to be around who could see him. He strikes down that Egyptian and kills him and buries him in the sand. But later it's found out, when he sees two Hebrews fighting among each other another day, Moses goes to separate them, to tell them not to fight. And they say, "Who are you? Who do you think you are? You one of our princes? You're an Egyptian. What are you doing talking to us?" But Moses understood who he was again. And then one of them says those words, "Are you going to strike us down and kill us like you did that Egyptian the other day?" And then Moses knows, oh my goodness, my story's out. Everyone is finding out. And before you know it, all of Egypt, at least the leadership, knows that this Moses is not who he claimed to be. And when Pharaoh hears it, he fears that Moses will lead a rebellion of the Hebrews that will overthrow him. And he puts out a decree again that he's going to kill Moses. Moses has to flee into the wilderness. He couldn't stay in Egypt any longer. He flees into the wilderness. He comes upon a scene where 7 daughters are going to water their flocks and feed them by a well. Moses comes upon them, but some shepherds come there as well. They're messing with the girls. They're giving them a hard time. Moses chases off the shepherds, feeds their flocks, gives them water to drink, and then sends the girls back home. Their father, because of Moses' kindness, now he's on the run, but because of his kindness, he takes care of those young women. Their father says, "Bring him to me. How come you didn't bring him to me so we can eat together?" And sure enough, when they finally bring him to their father loves Moses. The dad falls in love with Moses. Jethro falls in love with Moses and gives him Zipporah, one of his daughters, and the two of them get married. They have a son by the name of Gershom. And Moses sees over this period of time the captivity of God's people. He's had 40 years in Egypt, 40 years now in Midian, where God unlearns all of the stuff that he learned in Egypt. God educates him among sheep and common people and prepares him for the final 40 years, which really captures the bulk of the 5 books of Moses, that final 40-year period when he will, including Exodus, when he will lead God's people out into the promised land, when he will also, or the borders of the promised land, I should say, when he would also teach them how to worship God again. That's a part of Exodus, especially chapter 25. God camps right in the middle of them in the temple. They are an example to all the people and the nations who are heathen that are watching them. God is up to a whole lot of stuff in the life of Moses, and we're going to study about it today. Moses begins to take his purpose. God bless you.